Now, one lady asked me a question here about thick white tongues. And a lot of people, you know, this thing like B12, we have another thing that's candida, candida, candida. And it is true that, you know, suddenly candida is like B12. If you have a B12 deficiency, you have everything wrong with you in the book. Autoimmune, which is bullcrap, you've got fatigue, you've got all these symptoms from B12 deficiency. Well, let's see, the average person is B12 deficiency, the average person is high fungus. I don't see how the average person even makes it in life, do you? You know, Epstein-Barr, a lot of people have Epstein-Barr virus, that's easy to get out. These things are easy to get out. And most of us do have a fungal load of some sort. If you crave cheeses or breads or pastas, you've got a pretty good fungal load. And if you have a lot of sulfur in the body, you're going to have a lot more of a fungal load. So, you know, you use the herbs really to get this fungal load down, and then you fix those adrenals and stay away from this complex sugar. The white coating on the tongue, you know, I've been in love with the natural hygienic movement for years. I mean, you look at some of these old people, they're in their 90s, they got all their teeth, and they've been eating fruits and vegetables raw for 30, 40, 50 years. And I've ran into a lot of them through the years, just healthy as a jaybird. And so the natural hygienic movement was a lot about fasting, but water fasting. And there was a clinic down here in Bonita Springs called the Shangri-La. It's the only place in the early 70s I could find any raw anything, any raw books. They had great charts, and unfortunately it's kind of teetered off. Harvey Diamond kind of, I won't say plagiarized, because they came with him on this, I suppose, and created the Fit for Life, which then, this was an upswing to the natural hygienic movement, and they kind of adapted that. They came out with a PhD course I thought was killer in chemistry, biochemistry. I mean, it's a great course. I still have it here. I never did finish it, but well, what a great course, man. Especially in the understanding of your proteins and all the chemistry of the foods, and I really liked it. And each segment was written by a great raw foodist from the past, like Fry and Shelton, and just a great course. But it is weighing down for some reason. You can't get those nice brochures. This is a chart they used to come out with, if you can see it. And this chart shows you the different categories. This is from Canada and their group. But you don't see much like that anymore. But fasting, as soon as you fast, your body starts cleaning itself. That's the nature. And your tongue will turn different colors. White is basic, you know, acute, maybe even subacute. But the subacute stages of toxicity are a little deeper. And so they create a yellowing on the tongue. And then you have your chronic stages where you get actually a brown coating on the tongue. A lot of inflammation. You're going to get a red split tongue. But you made the comment, sweetheart, that your tongue, that goes away when you eat cooked foods, and that's because cooked food stops your body from cleaning itself. That's sometimes what you use in a detoxification when it's too aggressive on somebody. You slow that healing crisis down with cooked food. And so this is why you see that when you eat fruit, it just comes right out, because fruit is really pulling on that. The tongue is just an extension of your GI tract. So what you see on the tongue is what's going on in your gut. And that's very important to look at that. A lot of people use these tongue scrapers and things, and that shows how much lymph toxicity that they have, particularly in the wall of the gut. And it'll show you malabsorption and everything else. This isn't fungus, this is lymph toxicity. And so, yeah, you can have fungus in it. You can have bacteria in it, hopefully, because this is the process of breaking down and getting rid of here. So very natural to have a white coating, even deeper. The deeper you dig in your body, and that's where you see the fruits and even water fasting really pulling this out on your tongue.